Hi, friends, and welcome to Truth with Ruth, a witty, warm, and real podcast about anything and everything related to health and fitness. I'm your host, Ruth Edwards, joined by
co-host Evan Edwards.
And on today's episode, we are going to talk a little bit about the viral trend of walking while wearing a weighted vest. I asked Evan if he had heard about it or seen it because, our algorithms are different. And I think you brought up he's like, well, isn't there a Saturday Night Live skit?
I just saw a few days ago the SNL skit with the weighted vest SNL skit of
It was 3 women and a guy.
It started with 3 women and they all had a varying level of the weighted vest on, and then more and more people joined in, and it was like, I'm wearing it was ginormous in the skit, but she was like, it's 500 pounds, something like that.
Yeah. So if you're on social media, then you may have seen this, or even if you walk with friends, I don't know, you may have seen or heard about it somewhere. So it does seem to be trending right now. And it might have been actually a little bit more, and now it's died down just a little bit. But I bet some of you listeners out there, you were influenced to do it, to go buy or order a weighted vest and put it on while you walked your neighborhood. And so some of you probably have done it or are doing it. And some of you haven't even heard of it. But what we're talking about is adding weight to your body while you walk. And the idea is that while you're wearing, if you'll wear that weighted vest while you're doing your walking, getting those steps in, then you'll burn more body fats. You'll get rid of your belly or get rid of your menopausal belly. Maybe you'll be able to shape your legs. You'll have more shapely legs. That it's just like strength training, that it'll fix your osteoporosis. Okay. So,
well, is that the truth? Is that truth?
Okay. Not exactly. All right. So you're being sold on an idea that isn't founded by the evidence, scientific evidence. You're probably also being given a link, whether it's an Amazon link or something other link or a code or a discount code. So no, that's not exactly the truth. Truth with Ruth. That's why we're here. So are there benefits to adding weight to whatever you walk your 3 miles, or you're cleaning your house, slap them ankle weights on. And so back before weighted vests, we put ankle weights on, or we went walking around the neighborhood with little dumbbells in our hands, and we added weight to that. Are there benefits to that? Sure. So if let's just say your body weight is 150 pounds. Now you add 10 pounds to that and walk your 3 miles. Yes, that is an extra 10 pounds. And so whether that comes in the form of muscle, fat, or a weight, a backpack, a child, right? Are there benefits? Sure.
It'll eventually get easier too.
Yep, because your body adapts to the stress. So yes, there are benefits. Yes, it can help strengthen the muscles. Yes, strengthening the muscles can help pull on those bones to trigger the bones to create more density. Muscle endurance, like I said, then it gets a bit easier and easier. So are there benefits to it? Can it help you burn more calories, aka burn more body fat? Probably, especially in the beginning. And so, sure, there's some benefits to it. I think, but you want to weigh that keep your expectations realistic. So, I think a lot of it is about managing expectations, and also there is no one thing, magic bullet, miracle, whatever. There's not just one thing. Um, it's not the be all end all. Okay, that it sounds like, which is why there's now a Saturday Night Live skit about it. So, um, are there any risk? It could be. Yeah. If you slap on a 10-pound vest, and on the very first day, you're already used to walking 3 to 5 miles, and on your very first day, you slap on that vest and walk 3 to 5 miles with that thing on. Um, 1, you're gonna be so sore.
Exhausted.
Yes, because it is harder. It's a great exercise to be like, man, this is what it would feel like if I gained 10 pounds. Yes. And does it stress the joints? Yes. Are your hips, knees, and feet and ankles sore? Yes. Was your body ready for it? No. Could you have caused a stress fracture? Yes. So if you're gonna do it, but be smart about it. It's called progressive overload. If you listen to the strength training episode, you heard us talk about that and define it and like hammer it into your head. Progressive overload. So you're going to start small. You're going to start with 3 pounds or 5 pounds, not 10, not 15, not 20. You're going to start with, let's say you do walk 3 miles a day. You're going to start with just wearing that weighted vest for 1 mile. Drop it off at your house. You're going to change your route so that after 1 mile, you can drop it off at your house or your friend's mailbox or whatever, pick it up later, then walk your other 2 miles, come back, pick it up, go home. So you're going to ease your body into it. So that would really be the only risk that I could see, is that you jump into it way too much too fast, and you could cause a stress fracture. So, okay. I think is it worth it? Maybe. I think some questions to ask is, well, what are your goals? Like, why might you consider adding a weighted vest to your workout, to your walking, to your whatever? So guess what? I have 2 real life examples. And you might remember one of them. I was doing obstacle course races, mainly Spartan races. And I was all, because when you have a goal of to get ready or prepared for this event, then it helps you keeps you accountable to all your training. And it was way out of my comfort zone. I really just wanted to see if I could do it, if I really was tough enough. And I did one, and I'm slow as molasses though. So I'm not racing anybody except myself. I'm just like, can I do it? Can I finish it? How tough am I? Am I strong? Am I strong enough? Kind of thing. So it was more about me. What could I accomplish? So anyway, so I really got into it. And in the beginning, I could not climb that rope. So there's a rope climb with the bell, and I wanted to be able to ring that darn bell. And so we started, so that became one of my goals. What, again, wasn't about how fast I completed the course. It was about trying to do the obstacles, complete all the obstacles, and not fail them. So that became one of my goals, be able to climb the rope. Okay. In my training, we started including rope climbs. Well, in the gym, so as I practiced those, worked on grip strength, technique, I was eventually able to climb the rope in the gym. Ring the bell, no problem. Even at the end of an hour workout, go climb the rope, climb the rope, ring the bell, ding, no problem. But in a race, the courses, they're usually it's not an hour. It's usually 2 or 3 hours depending on how many miles it is. And most of the time the rope climbs were near the end, and most of the time you're wet and muddy. Now they have changed over the years, so if you're uh just currently getting into Spartan races, then your experience might be different. They're not including as much water now, but I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, there was always muddy water, mud and water.
Mhm.
All right. So then the goal was to be able to climb the rope wet, muddy, and at the end of 2 to 3 hours.
And tired.
Super tired, exhausted,
Mhm.
cramping, no hardly any nutrition. So I had conquered being able to climb the rope in the gym. So, in order to increase my muscle endurance and get me stronger for the rope climb, I started climbing the rope with the weighted vest on. So, I started with 10 pounds and I'd climb the rope. Then maybe I'd climb it twice. Then the next time, maybe I'd climb it 3 times and at the end of a tough workout. And so that worked. By the time, I can't remember how long it took, but then the next race after, you know, 8, 9, 10 miles, and the last thing was to climb that darn muddy, wet rope, I was able to do it no problem. I was so excited and ding and yay, I did it. So that weighted vest helped with my training because I was training for a specific goal. Um, And then there was, I mean, that's a real life example that came in really handy. Um, and then most recently, not too long after you and your brother went off to college, your dad and I were talking about what could we kind of do together that because we're polar opposites, as you know. And, but what's something that both of us enjoy, because both of our boys are off at school. So we talked about hiking. And we had been on a trip with his company and did a little hike and it was fun, but we talked about like cuz he's super competitive and I'm not, like I like to stop and smell the roses. He wants to see if we can shave off time. If the map says complete in 15 minutes, he wants to see if we can do it in 10, So it's like we'd have to compromise. So one of the things now we didn't ever end up doing it, but initially when I thought we were going to do it, I started doing my walks around the neighborhood with my weighted vest on. And yeah, the first day I just did a mile and then I added it more and more. And yeah, it made a difference. I could really feel it in my hips and knees and ankles. Um, and, but anyway, and then we ended up not doing it. So I quit. But I still have it downstairs and sometimes I still use it for some other things, but it just kind of depends on what I'm training for, what the goals are. So I think the question for people to ask themselves is, what am I training for? How is this going to help me reach my goals? Yeah. So if you're like, well, I want to lose weight, I want to burn more body fat, I'm training for life to be able to pick up grandkids or pick up kids or pick up the laundry or throw the dog in the car, then yeah, it might come in handy to do that. So, um, will it burn more fat,
Well, or maybe will it burn
more
more
calories?
calories than a 2-mile walk without a vest?
So it probably would burn in the beginning. Yes, it would burn more your body will burn more calories wearing the weighted vest than it does without it.
Mhm.
Because now your body's carrying an extra, let's just say 10 pounds. So yes, in the beginning, but the more and more you do it, the more efficient your body becomes and it will adapt.
Mhm.
And
And you're eventually gonna have to get that 500-pound vest.
yes, you either got to add weight to the vest or add miles.
Mhm.
But that's exactly what you want your body to do. You want your body to adapt. And then it's time to progressively overload, strength training 101. And yeah, and you could work your way up to that ginormous 500. So, so yeah, it could help you burn more calories. Will it get rid of your belly fat?
Will it? We're asking.
Um, there's always more to the story. Okay. I think I've already said it, but there's not just one secret ingredient, magic bullet, miracle exercise or probiotic that's gonna take care of your belly fat. How do I know? Because I've probably tried most of them. I've been influenced. Got suckered into buying that whatever probiotic that's gonna disappear your belly fat. No, there's just always more. Um, there's not a magic bullet. So walking with a weighted vest could be one part of the action plan to help you reach your goals, whatever your goal is. So could it potentially help? Sure. But walking without one could also potentially help I know it'll help. But is that the secret sauce? No. You know what the secret sauce is?
What's the secret sauce?
What's the movie? Is it Kung Fu Panda? Is that the name of the movie?
With the scroll.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called, but the scroll that
The panda's looking for.
no, or he, oh
For the secret. He's
gosh.
looking for the secret.
Well, but the evil
Yeah.
character, the tiger, I think
Yeah.
wants the scroll to, I don't know, the ultimate kung fu technique or something.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like the magic exercise or
Uh-huh.
the exercise, the magic technique or
Yeah.
move or whatever. And then when he finally gets the scroll and opens it, what's it say? Or no. Does it say anything?
Mm-mm.
It doesn't.
It's empty. It's blank.
But was it like a mirror? It was something like a mirror, wasn't it?
I think it was just a blank scroll.
But it was something that caused him to see the reflection of himself.
Maybe it was a gold scroll.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Something like that, where it was, basically the message was, believe in yourself. That's the secret sauce.
Mhm.
Okay. So, is it a substitute for strength training?
Doesn't quite sound like it.
So even Evan, who's more of an artist and he is a health exercise nut, even he can say, nah, probably not. Right. The short answer is no. It is not a substitute for strength training because you are not sitting and standing. You are not deadlifting. You are not lunging. You're not pushing and pulling. You're walking. And so is it going to strengthen your legs? Yeah, a little bit. Is it going to strengthen your heart and lungs? Yes. Is it going to strengthen your arms? No. Uh, so but is it a substitute for strength training? No. That is a short answer. It is not. Like I said, it gives you a little bit of benefit. Could it give you a little bit of prevention to osteoporosis? Little bit, but the evidence is not. It's just not there. You still, sorry, friends, you still need to strength train. So, strong is beautiful. So, go pick up those weights, pick them up, walk around with them, put them down. But like you got to do the actual lifting to sit, stand, deadlift, lunge to really get the benefits of the strength training for that muscle mass and bone density. So, is there a little bit of strength training effect from wearing the weighted vest? A little. Is it the same as strength training? No. You still need to get your butt in the gym, whether it's a home gym or gym or canned goods in your kitchen, whatever, and get that strength training in. So, any other questions about wearing a weighted vest?
Not from me. I don't think I have any.
Because, like, you think of it, you come at it from a different angle than I do. So, yeah. All right,
I don't think
friends.
so.
Well, hopefully we answered your questions about the weighted vest. So it is completely up to you. It is not something you should or shouldn't do. It all depends on you. It all depends on what your goals are. And like I said, it could be part of your action plan, but I wouldn't rely on it alone to help you reach your goals. And I mean, because trust me, I've gone down the rabbit hole of finding the miracle exercise that will heal everything in your body. I watched that video. This was years ago. And I let it play while I jumped in the shower. You know, it's one of those advertise hook videos, and it just kept going on and on and on and on. And y'all, I finally made it to the end. Do y'all know what the quote miracle exercise stretch was that was could cure everything in your body? I mean everything. Their claims were like obesity, diabetes, blah, 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 all these things. It was the figure 4 stretch where you cross one ankle
Mhm.
over one knee, bend over or pull it to your chest depending on what position you're in, and stretch your booty. That was their answer. The miracle, and I'm serious, y'all. It was heavy, heavy marketing, serious claims about healing everything. And I was like, it was, no, friends, no. So it's the same with the weighted vest. No, friends, no. It can be part of your action plan, but it is not a magic bullet, secret sauce, or the secret in the scroll.
Mhm.
So believe in yourself and make a plan and do it. All right. I think that's it
Yeah.
for today. But if you have more questions or questions about the weighted vest, then you can certainly drop a line to me and let me know.
Yeah. Well, leave a 5-star review.
Share with your
Share with
friends.
your friends. We're on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe. Follow on Instagram at truthwithruth.pod. And you can check out truthwithruth.com if you want to know a little bit more. Or
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep. And if you want to help us leave the lights and camera on and just say thanks, I appreciate the info, then subscribe to my Patreon. And we do have links to that, but it's Patreon Reignite Health and Fitness. And you can buy a video, you can become a member, or buy a collection of videos. And all the videos are on demand workout videos to help you get that strength training in and done with a little bit of I mean, I talk a lot, and so I keep us going. I play decent music, and you know, it'll just help you get it done. All right. So thanks for joining us, friends, and stay well.